Hi everyone, so I wanted to share this quick video with you to explain what the Social Selling Index is and why we measure it. So I think there's been some confusion recently about the SSI and if we should be focusing on it at all. So I want to start by saying that the Social Selling Index isn't an end in itself. And like all KPIs, it doesn't paint the full picture of if we are doing the things that are going to make the company money. And I would definitely advise against just trying to boost your SSI for the sake of it. However, the SSI gives a strong indication of if we are using the full features of Sales Navigator and if we are doing the things that will allow us to create opportunities through LinkedIn and deliver an ROI. So each of these elements measures a key process that salespeople need to get right if they want to get to a point where they can generate leads through LinkedIn. And this is why it's important to track. So I'll break down what these are, give you an indication of some of the things that you can do to try and get to a point where you can actually start to book calls and meetings through LinkedIn. So the first element is creating a professional brand. And this is a measure of how strong your LinkedIn profile is. So for salespeople, your LinkedIn profile acts as your shop window. People are likely to research you before working with you. And so LinkedIn profiles, which are complete, have strong imagery, can engage viewers with multimedia, and have recommendations from previous clients, are really going to stand out. A strong LinkedIn profile will communicate the value that you bring to your clients, and this score is a measure of how good your profile is compared to your peers. The next element is building strong relationships, and this is essentially a measure of how strong your LinkedIn network is. So it measures things like the number of connections you have, the number of senior people that you have in your network, and how likely someone is to connect with you. And this is a key stat because if you don't have a strong LinkedIn network of relevant decision makers, you can't expect to create many opportunities through LinkedIn. So if you look at LinkedIn like a virtual networking event and introduce yourself to the right people, this is a starting point for creating opportunities. One of the most powerful features of Sales Navigator is its ability to help salespeople find new prospects. Finding the right people score measures how often we're looking for new opportunities. So doing this through Sales Navigator is highly effective because there's so much information available, such as people who can refer you, things you have in common, as well as people's interests. So if this score is high, it suggests that our sales team is being proactive and researching new opportunities and discovering new people to work with. The last element is engaging with insights, and this stat is key because it attempts to measure if we are doing the things that will start conversations which can become leads. Things like people interacting with you, leaving comments on your content, most importantly, responding to messages. So if we do the previous three things right, doing this last part will start conversations which can result in meaningful opportunities. And if we can do these things well and create leads, this is how we can generate ROI through Sales Navigator. So if you look at the scores from across the team, it's this engagement element that's the lowest. At the moment, we're on a journey where we've got some of the fundamentals right. So profiles are generally good and we have strong networks. But the next steps is to leverage LinkedIn to uncover new opportunities, but importantly, to be more proactive engaging people. So there are a number of cases where people have done this effectively, and it should be our goal to get everyone to a point where they feel comfortable using LinkedIn as a prospecting tool. And in order to get to this stage, it's important to continue to provide information about what we are doing well and where we need to improve, but also to provide resources and training to help improve our skills. So I've attached you a link to our social selling hub, which is very much a work in progress at the moment, but does have some useful resources. And I'll also be organising a training session with LinkedIn on messaging best practice shortly. If you have any questions in the meantime or do need any help at all, then absolutely feel free to get in touch.